Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai.
Jai. Gopremanande.
Jai.
All Gauris assembled devotees, all Gauris assembled devotees, all Gauris assembled devotees of this room. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om 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 Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudire Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Pangajanabhaya Nama Pangajamalini Nama Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Langayade Girim Vatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 13. Nature, enjoy unconsciousness. And today's verses 23, 24, 25, and 26. So we'll read 23 first. Vadashta anumandacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmedi Chapyukto Esmin Purusha Para Vadashta anumandacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmedi Chapyukto Dehesmin Purusha Para Upadrashtanumandacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmedi Chapyukto Dehesmin Purushapara. Hare Krishna. Yes, Kateni Maji.
Upadrashtanumandacha Bhakta Bhakta Maheshwara Paramatmedi Chapyukto Dehesmin Purusha Para. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Vaikari Maji.
Hare Krishna. Upadrashtanumandacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmedi Chapyukto Dehesmin Purushabdha. Hare Krishna.
Right. Sigdamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Upadashtanumanta cha Bhakta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmeti Chapyukto Dehasmin Purusha Para. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Upadrashtanumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatmeti Chapyukto Dehesmi Purusha Paraha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Bol. Krishna Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Upadrashtanumanta cha Bharata Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmeti Chapi Ukta Dehesmin Purusha Paraha.
Right. Okay. Right. Snigdamaji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Upadrashta, overseer, Anumanta, permitter, cha, also, Bharta, master, Bhutta, Supreme Angel, Maheshwara, the Supreme Lord, Paramatma, Super Soul, Iti, also, Cha, and Apyukta is said, Dehe, in this body, Asmin, this, Purushaha, enjoyer, Paraha, transcendental. Yet in this body, there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the Supreme Proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, and who is known as the Super Soul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. 24. Evam yo veti purusham pravirim cha gunai saha sarvatha vartamano vi nasubho yo bhajayade. Ya evam veti purusham pravirim cha gunai saha sarvatha vartamano vi nasubho yo bhajayade. Ya evam veti purusham pravirim cha gunai saha sarvatha vartamano vi nasubho yo bhajayade. Katine Maji.
एवं ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वदा वर्तमानो अपि न स भूयो भूयोऽपि जायते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna. Vaikhri Maji.
हरे कृष्ण य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वदा वर्तमानोऽपि न स भूयो अब्जायते. हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Very good. Snigdha Maji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ya evam veti purusham prakritim cha guneshah sarvatha vartamanopi na sha bhuyo abhijayate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rekha Maji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वदा वर्तमानोऽपि न सा भूयो अभिजायते हरे कृष्ण
Bit low. Your voice is bit low. Maybe microphones away from you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Now you can hear
Now
me.
it's okay. Yeah. Now it's okay.
Okay Prabhu. Shall I render once again?
Yeah.
य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वदा वर्तमानोऽपि न सा भूयो अभिजायते हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
Hare Krishna. Right. Krishna Prabhu.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ये एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वदा वर्तमानो अपि न स भूयो अभिजायते. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Maji can read.
Okay. Yeah, anyone, evam, thus, veti, understand, purusham, the living entities, prakritim, material nature, cha, add, gunai, modes of material nature, saha, with, sarvata, by all means, vartamanaha, situated, api, in spite of, na, never, saha, he, bhuyaha, again, abhijayate, takes his birth. One who understands this philosophy concurring material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth here again, regardless of his present position. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Text 25. Dhyanenatmane pashyandi kejidatmanam अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मनाम् अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मनाम् अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे. Right, Kapyani Maji.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ज्ञानेन आत्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मन आत्मना अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Okay, Vaikri Maji.
हरे कृष्ण ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापकि. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचित् आत्मनमात्मना अन्यसाङ्ख्येन योगेन
अन्ये
कर्मयोगेन च
सांख्येन योगेन अन्ये
अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन च परे. हरे कृष्ण.
स्निग्धमाजी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. ध्यानेनात्मानि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन च परे. Can I read
Right.
the
Right, Krishna. Right. Krishna Kumar Prabhu.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचित् आत्मना अन्ये आत्मना अन्ये संख्येन योगेन कर्म योगेन चापरे. हरे कृष्ण.
Right, right. Snigdhamaji.
Dhyanena, by meditation, Atmani, self, Pasyanti, see, Kechit, one, Atmanam, super soul, Atmana, by the mind, Anye, others, Sankhyena, the philosophical discussions, Yogena, by the yoga system, Karma Yogena, by activities without fruitive desires, Cha, also, Apare, others. That super soul is perceived by some through meditation, by some through the cultivation of knowledge, and by others through walking without fruitive desire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Next, last verse 26. Sorry. Anye tueva majananda Shutvananebhya upasade Devi chadirantyeva Mrityum Shriparayanaha. Anye tueva majananda Shutvan Anyebhya upasade Devi chadirantyeva Mrityum Shriparayanaha. Anye tumeva majananda Shutvananyebhya upasade Devi chadirantyeva Mrityum Shriparayanaha. Satyanimaji.
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण. अन्ये देव अजानन्ता श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चादि तरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
Right. Vaikrimaji.
हरे कृष्ण. अन्ये देव मजानन्दा श्रुतोऽन्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चादिरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Rekamaji. Sound is not.
Sorry. Microphone is on. अन्ये त्वमेवम् अजान्तः श्रुत्वान्येभ्यो उपासते ते अपि च अतिरान्ति एव मृत्युं श्रुतिपारायणः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Anye tvebam ajanantah srutvanyebhyo upashyate tepi chati taranyanteva mrityum shruti parayanah. Hare Krishna.
Right. Krishna Mahaprabhu.
अन्यतेवम् अजानन्ता श्रुत्वायभा
Anye Shutvan Anyebhya upasade.
श्रुत्वान् अनेभ्य उपासते ते अपि चातिरन्ते एव मृत्युं श्रुति परायणाः.
Right. Right. Rekamaji.
Anye, others too, but evam, this ajantaha, without spiritual knowledge, shutva, by hearing, anyebhya, from others, upashate, being to worship, they api also, cha, and atiranti, transcendent, eva, certainly, mrutyum, the path of death, shruti parayanaha, inclined to the process of hearing. Again, there are those who although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, being to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death. Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashlakaya Chakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stabidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandhikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapatakamelam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsa Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadhutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishadhanvidam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabhanusude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpadrubhascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyati Deshadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Upadashta Anuvandacha Varta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmeri Chapyukto Dehesmin Purushat Param. Yet in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the Supreme Proprietor, who exists as an overseer and permitter, and who is known as Super Soul. So, Arjuna's last question regarding Prakriti and Purusha is being answered by Krishna now. So, what we have understood about Prakriti and Purusha, are they temporary or they eternal? Or one of them is temporary, another is eternal? What do you think?
Yeah, one is what?
Both are eternal.
Suppose I say Jiva is eternal and Prakriti is temporary. Is that true?
Both are eternal, Prabhu.
Yeah, both are. Because verse 20 says that Prakriti Purushan Cheva Vidhi Anadi Ubhavavi. Both of them are eternal. That is the starting point. Why they are eternal? Because they are both energies of Krishna.
Right.
And since Krishna is eternal, naturally his energies are also eternal. Although there is a difference between energies, one is considered as inferior, another is superior. Which is the inferior energy?
Soul.
Inferior energy is Prakriti. Inferior energy is Prakriti. Superior energy is Jiva or Purusha. Now, when you talk about Shaktis, technically, Krishna, we are speaking of Bahiranga Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, and Tadastha Shakti. Shakti means energy. Bahiranga means external. Antaranga means internal. Tadastha means marginal. Now, basically, Krishna has a lot of energies classified into three, but this actually there's only two only: external energy and internal energy. Bahiranga, sorry, marginal energy, Tarasa Shakti is actually technical only, the term. Because Jiva belongs to the internal potency of Krishna. By nature, it is internal potency. Now, because of its tendency to fall into the Prakriti, it is called marginal potency. Okay, so Prakriti and Purusha both are eternal because they are energies of Krishna. One is a transformable energy and another is non-transformable. Which is transformable energy? Which is transformable?
Prakriti,
Hmm?
Prakriti,
Yes,
Prakriti,
Prakriti is transformable.
परमात्मा बोले
Yes, Prakriti is transformable. As given second line, Gunam Vigaram se Gunam Seva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhava. Vigara is transformation. Guna means gunas. Now, Vigara transformation is according to gunas. Transformation means it is being transformed into various stages in this life itself that we have seen. Astijayade Vardade, Abhinimanade, Abhakshiyade, Vinashyade. 6 stages in the present life itself. And then we are getting so many lives, so many forms. Based on gunas, we are doing some karma. And based on karma, we are getting these bodies. So, verse says, Vigaram Sagunam Seva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhava. So, Prakriti is transformable. So, this is a basic nature difference between Prakriti and Purusha. Now, what are the characteristics of Prakriti and Purusha? Next verse says, Karyakarana Kartrutve Hedu Prakriti. Prakriti is responsible for producing the body and the senses. It is the cause of all material activities. It is the producer of all the pleasures and pains. From Prakriti only, you get this body, you get the senses. From Prakriti only, you get pleasure and you get, of course, material pleasure. We're talking about material pleasure only. Pleasure, pain, sorrow, all those things are generated from Prakriti only. So Prakriti is called a cause for this. All these material activities based on your body and senses. And who is the enjoyer of this, or who is the experiencer?
Purusha.
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 So yes, Purusha. Experiencer is a Purusha. Because Prakriti is dull. By nature, it's dull substance. And Purusha is a conscious element. Sentient element is Purusha. Non-sentient is... Sentient means conscious. Non-sentient means unconscious. So Prakriti basically is unconscious. He cannot enjoy or cannot experience anything. Can a piece of wood enjoy anything? Or can feel anything?
No.
Can a brick experience anything? Or enjoy anything? This is not possible. But when in the form of tree, when Jiva enters the tree, or Jiva enters the water, Jiva enters the 5 elements, then it becomes active. So Jiva is a transient element, is a conscious element, is a sentient, and is an enjoyer. So that is a difference between nature of Prakriti and Purusha. And how does the Purusha enjoy? Situated in the Prakriti. They have Purusha, Prakritisto, Bhunkte, Prakritijevan. Prakritisto means is situated in the body. The Purusha or Jiva is situated, or the spirit, can say any name. Spirit is name in one few people call it spirit, another is Jiva, another is Purusha. Param Purusha is Krishna. And Jiva, Krishna is also Jiva, but Nityo Nityanam. Among the Jiva, he is the most transcendental or transient. So the Purusha situated inside the body is enjoying according to gunas. And because of this enjoyment, because of the association with gunas, he is getting different types of bodies. And who is determining what kind of body the jiva is getting? On what basis the jiva is awarded a certain type of body? That is being described in verse 23, the present verse we are discussing today. Upadrashta Anumandacha. Upadrashta means one who oversees, one who monitors. Now, from this, it is very clear that there are two Purushas, isn't it? Now, one is doing action, other is seeing the action. Now, suppose in a yajna, there is a yajna Purusha, one is performing the yajna, and there is one person who's an expert in yajnas. He is overseeing what are the faults and merits of the yajna that is being conducted, isn't it? So that means there are two persons involved there. Same way, in this body also, the jiva is executing so many action based on its gunas, based on its propensity to enjoy. He is doing a lot of activities. And who is seeing this, that is another person inside, that is called Paramatma, Super Soul. Yes, Katyani Manaji, we are getting to your point. Jivatma and Paramatma. You said that Jivatma and Paramatma, no? This is a verse which talks about Jivatma and Paramatma. Paramatma is there along with Jivatma. He is doing, what Paramatma is doing is Upadrashta. He is overseeing or monitoring the works. Then he is Anumanda also, he sanctions that also. Now, I want to do a particular type, I want to enjoy a particular body. He permits that. Krishna is so merciful that if you want to enjoy without him also, he permits. But then you are responsible for that. You have to take the consequence of that in the form of reactions. Now, you cannot say that, Krishna, you made me do this work, I am not responsible. Can you say that? So, which is a verse that denies this? It's a verse in the 5th chapter, 15th verse. It says that he is not responsible. The Varam Purusha is not responsible for this. It says that Nadate Kasijit Pabam Nachaiva Sugurdam Vibhu Ajnanena Avarda Jnanam Tena Muhyandi Jandava. Nadate Kasidit Chabam Kasit Papam Nachaiva Sugurdam. Suppose you are engaging some sinful activities or you are engaging some pious activities according to your gunas. If you are in Sadguna, Satuguna, you doing good activities, pious activities. If you are in Tamo Guna, you are doing sinful activities. But Krishna is not responsible for that. Krishna is not making you do this. It is your guna which you have acquired that is making you do. Because you are in jnana, because of the ignorance only, you think that Krishna is doing this. No, Krishna is only awarding. He is like a neutral judge in the court. He is very neutral. According to our case, he is judging. Somebody is awards some huge amount of money. Somebody is sent to prison. Is it because the judge is biased? Because judge likes some persons and he awards them nicely, and certain persons he doesn't like, so he punishes them? No, judge is judge. He's neutral. Same way, Krishna is also neutral. But he's a person who is awarding this. So, Upadishta, Animandacha, Bharta, Bhokta, he's also protector also. Why protector? Because he's always with you. Whether you are residing in a body of a worm, whether you are residing in a body of a bird, whether you are residing in a body of fish, or a human being, or a deva, whichever body in the 84 lakh species, wherever you are, whichever body you are, Krishna is always with you as your friend. Sudam Sarabhudanam. He's there with you. And Bhokta, and who's a Bhokta? He's also enjoying whatever action he is to. You're taking in the form of yajnas. Bhoktaram yajna tavasa. Yajna tavasa. All the austerities you are taking, all the we are doing, he's actually the enjoy. So he is a Paramatma. Now, because of this, some people like our Shankaracharya's persons, that school will tell that Advaitin school will tell that there is only one Purusha in this body, but that is defeated in this verse. Shankaracharya gives a very funny this one. He says, observer means observer's eyes, senses are observer, mind is observer. The thing is, somebody is executing work, somebody is doing some action. Who is observing is the senses. With the senses only, he is executing, isn't it? With the senses only, he is seeing, perceiving, he is smelling, he is hearing and touching. All those he is doing with the senses only. So, how can the senses same time be a part of enjoyment and be also an observer? That is far-fetched. You cannot accept it. So here, because of Jiva's tendency to enjoy, like mentioned previously, Purusha Parviso Bhungte Parvijay Gunan, because of that, he is put in trouble. Why he does that? Because of his independence. Swecha. Krishna is providing every jiva with Swecha. You can do whatever you want with your. That tiny independence is your own. Krishna will never interfere with that. So, Mundaka should say, Dwa Subarna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vriksham Parishadjujare. The two birds are seated in a nest. Nest means heart of the tree, tree's body. Two birds are situated in a nest of a tree. It means the heart of a body. Two are, one is Jivatma and Paramatma. Jivatma has turned his back towards Paramatma. He is Bahirmukha. Bahirmukha means turning your back to God. And what is this? Samane vrikshe purusho nimagno anishaya shochanti muhyamanaha. In the Purusha, Anishaya, because he is not aware or ignorant, or you can say neglecting, because of his neglect of the Purusha, he is in suffering or enjoying. Jushtam yada pashyadi anya isha. Jushta yada pashyadi. Just if you just turn round and just look at the Paramatma, anyamesham asya mahimanam idi vidashoga. Then seeing the glories of this Paramatma, you are become free from sorrow. So turning your back towards Krishna as well as turning round and looking at Krishna, both are results of your free will only, because you are deciding what you want. So you are the person who is deciding. So when you misuse his free will, you become very, very unhappy. And when you use it correctly, then you have the eternal bliss. So this is content. This Prakriti and Purusha has been very nicely described by Krishna. And who understands this nicely? Ya evam veti purusham prakritim cha gunai saha sarvadha vartamano vi na bhuyo vijayade. Now, one who understands function of the gunas, he is, wherever he is placed, whatever manner he is placed in the present life, in the present life, you may be suffering sometimes because of ill health, or sometimes you may be having good health, sometimes you may be wealthy, sometimes you may be very poor, sometimes you may be man, sometimes you may be woman. Whatever, whichever way, whatever be the designations in the present life, it doesn't matter at all, because you have reached that stage of knowledge. You have full knowledge about what is Jivatma, what is Paramatma, what are the functions of Prakriti, and everything you know about it. And once you get this knowledge, then you don't have to take birth again. So these three functions are very nicely described in Shveda Shudra Upanishad. Shveda Shudra Upanishad says, Sanyukyameda Ksharam Aksharam Cha Vyakta Avyaktam Bharade Vishwamisha Anisha Chatma Badhyade Bhoktrbhava Nyatva Devam Muchyade Sarvapashehi. So there are three entities. Three entities are there. That we are studying now. Three entities are there. Ever changing Prakriti. Prakriti is always changing. Transformations. Okay, that is first one. Second one is unchangeable soul. Soul never changes. It is intransformable. It is unchangeable. And the master of both, Super Soul, the Supreme Lord. So these are the three entities which we will discuss in this chapter. Ignorance of these discussed entities is a cause of bondage. Ignorance. Anishachatmama badhyate bhoktudbhava. Because of your ignorance of these three entities, because we don't have the knowledge that binds you to samsara, jnatva devam muchyate sarvapave. But if you understand Krishna, what is best thing is to understand Krishna, direct knowledge of Krishna. Instead of going to Upanishads and all those or the Karmana session, if you directly, which is Srimad Bhagavatam, is all about direct knowledge of Krishna, the person Krishna. And that's a long argument on this. So when you understand Krishna, when you know this knowledge, Deva, who is the possessor of both this Prakriti, ever-changing Prakriti and unchanging soul, then you are free from this, what you call the fetters of Maya. Fetters of Maya means Maya's tentacles. So this is a realized knowledge. This knowledge, bookish knowledge, realized knowledge, which we get from Guru and scriptures. And then if you engage in the devotional activities, then your realizations becomes deeper and deeper. So how these people, what a process, you have to adopt a process. There's a spiritual process for this. There's a spiritual process by which you can understand the three entities. And some of these processes are discussed in the next verse, verse 25. Dhyanena atmani pashyandi kejit atmanam atmana anye sankhena yogena karma yogena chapare. So three processes are described here. One is dhyana yoga. Dhyanena atmani pashyandi atmanam atmana. Atmani means in the mind. Atmanam means the super soul. Atmana means by self. So you can understand the self or the super self by what? By Jnana Yoga. And then that is basically meditation. Then you have this Jnana Yoga is a Sankhya Yoga. Meditation means you're sitting down in one place, which is described in the 6th chapter. So you have the Kusha grass, you have the deer skin, then you have an isolated place, not too high, not too low. Then holding the body, head, neck, and everything very straight. Then half closing your eyelids, looking at the nostrils. doing brahmachari vrata. So many things are there about Jnana Yoga. Then the Sankhya Yoga, you have these 4 methods, Shavana, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam. Hearing, contemplating, and internalizing it from faith. Nididhyasana means internalize or assimilate whatever you have understood. So that is another process. And then there is a karma. Karma yoga is there. Karma sadhaka means they're always interested in satisfying Krishna. Always interested in satisfying Krishna. So Narada, he tells Prajina Barhi in the 4th canto, Sakarma Haritoshanam Savidya Tanmediriyaya. Sakarma, whatever activities you do, it is for Haritoshanam. Haritoshanam means for the pleasure of Hari. Toshanam means pleasure. For the pleasure of Hari, if you do what, and then Savidya Tanmediriyaya. Whatever knowledge, it should lead to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, that knowledge has got no value at all. Only if it is generating or what do you call, it is nourishing Krishna consciousness, that knowledge has use, is good, it is valuable. Otherwise, there is no value at all. So, Sankhya Yoga is all about understanding the elements. We have discussed the 24 elements are there. The 24 elements all are material. The 25th element is the soul. The 26th element is the super soul. Like that way, they differentiate or distinguish between matter and spirit. And then they come to a conclusion that we are not this matter, we are body only. Sorry, we are Jiva only. We are Jiva only. We are spirit only. So that is Sankhya Yoga. Then Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, which are without having any kind of fruitive results or fruitive desires. If you are executing work without fruitive desires, only for satisfaction of Krishna, that is Karma Yoga. So these 3 processes are described by persons who are understanding these 3 entities, Prakriti, Purusha, and Super Soul. And sometimes it's possible that most of us, we are incapable, especially in Kali Yuga. It's very difficult for us to very seriously undertake this study, Sankhya Yoga, Dhyana, all those things are very difficult. And for them, Krishna suggests a very simple method of Shavana. It says, Anye tu eva majananda, Shutwan Anyebhya Ubasade, Tebi cha Adirandeva, Aditarandeva, sorry. I think I was saying Adirandi only. Not Adirandi. Aditarandi. Aditarandi means cross. Tebi cha Aditarandeva, Mritim Shudiparayanaha. So Aditarandi means transcend. Transcend what? Transcend Mrityum. Who is transcending Mrityum? People who are Shudiparayanaha. They are very very keen, very vivid listeners, because they don't have their own process, and they listen from people who are experts, saintly persons, especially saintly devotees who are talking only about Krishna. So there is a very nice verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, verse 17. Shunmadam swakkada Krishna punya shravana kirtanam hridi andhisto hi abhadrani vidinodi srut sadam. Shunmadam swakkadam Krishna. When you hear about names, forms, pastimes, virtues, abodes, paraphernalia, everything connected to Krishna. Shunvadam, Shunvadam. What? When you are very keen on this, not Shunvadam. Only very, very keen to hear about Krishna. Shunvadam, Swakadam Krishna. Krishna's about everything about Krishna. And what is the thinking about this? Punya Shavana Kirtanam. These are very, very divine and it's clean. It's Punya, it's Punya Shavana Kirtana. Hridi Andastohi Abhadrani. Whatever undesirables that is accumulated in your heart, Vidinodi, completely wiped off. Unwanted dirt that has been collected over so many years, that has been completely eradicated by this wonderful nectarine description of Krishna's pastime. Then we have to hear it from proper source only. That it is very, 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 very essential that you should listen from proper source. Especially about Krishna, you should hear only from Vaishnavas. Padma Puranam warns you about this. A Vaishnava Mukhodgir Punyam Harikadamardam Shavanam Chavina Kartavyam Sapochishta Ithapaya. If the Advaitins or somebody else are describing Krishna, you should not listen to that. But ultimately, because they say Krishna is a manifestation of Brahman only. That is the point they are trying to prove. Ultimately, all the devas are equal and they are all manifestations of Brahman only. So Krishna is also a manifestation of Brahma. That way, they will try to establish what is Krishna. Because of the Avishuddha Buddhi, because of their contaminated intelligence, and because of contaminated intelligence, they have disrespect. Anadu the Yushmadangarayaha, they have disrespect for the lotus feet of Krishna, and they talk all the nonsense. And because they are talking about Krishna, even though Krishna Kada's nectarine, it is like a milk touched by a snake. Suppose a snake comes and sips a milk which is nectarine. Will you drink this? Will we ever drink this? No, because the milk is not spoiled. Same way, if Krishna's nectarine pastimes are described by these people, they ultimately destroy whatever devotion you have for Krishna. So we have to be very, very careful that we listen from proper source only through proper source only. That will build up a faith on our spiritual truth, and that what enthusiasm for devotion also. So in Nectar of Instruction, verse number 3, Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, these are the three qualities that you need. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya. Utsaha means enthusiasm. Nishchaya means determination. Dhairya means patience. So, even though Krishna's pastimes are nectarian, because of a long association with Prakriti, because of a long association with matter, we have lost all the taste for Krishna's nectarine. So it takes some time. Srila Prabhupada always talks about, gives a description of a person suffering from jaundice. If you have jaundice, the best medicine for jaundice is what? Yes. Yes, Damaji, what is the medicine for jaundice? Is sugar candy. Sugar candy. Now, if you're having jaundice, high degree, intense is there. If you start eating sugar candy, it will taste very bitter. The candy will taste very bitter because you are having jaundice. But you have to keep on taking this candy. Now, if you leave it, okay, then again the disease will increase. But you can't keep on eating. Then slowly, when you keep on eating, when the fever subsides, the jaundice disease subsides, then you will develop a taste for the sugar candy. Same way, although sometimes because of a long association, you may not have the taste for hearing Krishna, chanting the Hare Krishna name, hearing about Krishna's Bhagavad and Bhagavad Gita. Initially, you may be resisting sometimes. But you have to understand that because of our association of matter, because of our conditioning only, we are in this position. Then have the patience. Keep on chanting. Suppose you chant 4 rounds itself, you become very tired. Oh, I can't. A lot of resistance. Somehow, that person has that the Guru has told me to chant 4 rounds, and I'm chanting 4 rounds. Even after 2 rounds, I'm getting so much resistance. I don't have any taste at all. I feel I don't have time also. But this person has said so. Somehow, as a matter of duty, you are chanting 4 rounds. Okay, initially it's duty only. Your master, the Guru has said, okay, chant 4 rounds. So it is a duty to obey your Guru. Then 4 becomes 6, 6 becomes 8, 8 becomes 12, 12 becomes 16. Slowly, slowly, you are chanting for 16 rounds for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. If you are chanting with a lot of attention and faith, then gradually you will develop taste for chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. It takes long time. Even Srila Prabhupada said that he has taken a lot of long years before we could really develop the nectarine taste for chanting. But once you develop that taste, then you will now put down your chanting beats. So, Ulsaha, Nishya, Dheira, you should have enthusiasm, you should have determination, and you should have patience. And if you have this, you have everything. Let's follow Krishna, scriptures, and your spiritual master. Then you'll be very happy. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, any questions? Yes, Prabhu. You are mute. You have to unmute.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, in Dashavadaram, I have seen some of the, I have seen in some this thing, there is a Lord Buddha is one of the avatar, and in some Lord Balarama is an avatar. One of the Dashavatar.
Yes.
Some picture shows Lord Buddha, some picture shows Lord Balarama. So why so?
Actually, in Dashavadara, both are included. Buddha also included. In if you look at actually Dashavadara, authentic source is Jayadev only. You know, the poet Jayadev.
Jayadev.
Orissa, isn't it? Sindhamaji, he's from Orissa, no? Jayadev.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So he is Dashavadara.
So is there Pralaya Payodhi Jale Dhritapanasi Vedam.
So in that Jayadev as well as realized people, they are consider Krishna to be avatari only. He's not avatara. He's the source of all avataras. He's avatari only. Some people say that Krishna is one of the 10 avataras of Vishnu, but it's not so. Krishna is avatari only. So the most authentic source we get from Jayadev. Jayadev have both Baldeva and as well as
Buddha is there included.
Buddha also are included. Suppose it is a all basic things are you are Malsya Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Parshurama, then Sri Rama,
Vamana.
Vamana, yes, Vamana, Parshurama, Sri Rama, Balrama, Buddha, and Kalki.
Yeah. But what was my question was that in some of the photos, one of the photos we can see Balrama in that, and some photos we can see Buddha. Balrama is
So
not
you-
there. So that's
So you
what
have to
I got confused.
you have to follow the authority. Authority is Jayadev.
Jay.
Actually,
Oh,
Prabhuji, in some Krishna is actually not included in this Dasa avatar. Balram is there and Buddha is there. They both
Yes.
are there, and Krishna is not because he is the supreme. He is the avatari.
Avatari.
So yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare. Thank you very much. Okay, Rekhamanaji.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlad Lad Daine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimho Yato Yato Yam Tato Nasimha Bahi Nasimo Hridaye Nasimo నరసింహం శరణాం ప్రపదే నవకర కమలవరే నాకామల్బుధ శృంగ లలితా హిరణ్యకశిపు తను భృంగా కేశవద్రీత నరహరి రూప జయ జగదీశ్ హరే జయ జగదీశ్ హరే जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नाराहरि जय नाराहरि जय नाराहरि जय नाराहरि जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि 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 बोल उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युर्नमामः उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युर्नमामः उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युर्नमामहं श्रीनरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रहलादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रहलादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग
शुद्ध भक्ति विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की
जय
Jai.
वैष्णव भक्त श्रेष्ठ प्रणाम महाराज की
जय
Now, next 2 weeks there will not be online classes because we are shifting from Trichy to a place Vadapai where we are going to have our temple. We have purchased the land. So we thought that it is better that you functions start operating from Vadapai because that is a place now temple is coming up. So we have to cultivate the devotees, please them. So by the time the temple is ready, we can have local devotees. So with that idea in mind, we have decided to shift from our present place to Vadapai, about 9 kilometers from here. So there's a lot of work involved in that because shifting is a huge thing. We have to shift our house as well as Krishna's. So many paraphernalia Krishna is here. So it will be very difficult. Then after we are shifting on 31st, and then we are having the first Sunday program on 7th day. So from shifting here, then settling down that place, it takes at least 2 weeks. So they'll not be said not have online classes. So next online classes will be on Tuesday, the 9th April. Okay. Sorry about this, but we cannot. We need a lot of time preparation for this. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpadrubhishcha.
कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः
नमो नमः
Nandagodi Vaishnavandi ki.
जय
Namacharya Dadas Thakur ki.
जय
जय
Srila Prabhupada ki.
जय
जय